Hello students, in today's video we are going to continue with ratio and proportion practice at 4.2. So let's get started with it quickly. Ratio and proportion 4.2. Using the property A upon B is equal to AK upon BK, fill in the blanks. This is the question given. Students, in the practice set 4.1, before we could start with 4.1, we have learned some properties of ratio. In that, we have learned one property, that for a ratio, if you multiply numerator and denominator by the same number, now in this case numerator and denominator both are multiplied by the same number k. If you multiply numerator and denominator of the ratio by a same number, then the ratio remains unchanged. So, AK upon BK, the ratio that we get after multiplying is same as A upon B. This is the property of ratio we are going to use and we are going to solve it. Now here we are given, we will only concentrate on the first part. 5 upon 7 is equal to, now here this is the number we have to find, fill in the blank, this is 28. Okay, so in this case 5 upon 7, now there could be, you can even just put an x here, cross multiply and you will get what is the value of x here. But we have to use the property and find. They have said using this property you have to find. So A upon B, here also we have A upon B. So here also we should have 5 upon 7. Now here 28 is given. So what is the multiple which is here, that is multiplied with 7 and we get 28, that we have to find. So basically 7 multiplied by what gives me 28, that I have to find. So I know 7 4s are 28. So since I am multiplying by 4 here, in the numerator also I have to multiply by 4 only. Okay, so it is like this property now. A upon B is equal to AK upon BK, and that K is 4 in this case now. So then my ratio becomes 5 4s are 20 upon 28. So I got this number 20 in the blank. So I should be writing 20 here. Then the next one, 5 upon 7 is equal to 35 upon blank. What is the value here? We have to find. So same way, we don't have to cross multiply, we have to use this property only and we have to solve. 5 upon 7 is equal to 5 upon 7 into, now what is that k? What is that common multiple of both these ratios that we have to find? Now here 35 is given. 5 multiplied by what gives me 35? So 5 7s are 35. Now when I multiplied here by 7, denominator I should also be multiplying by 7. So I get, now see, this is like the same property, A upon B is equal to A upon B into this K. Now in this case K is 7. So that's 35 upon 49. So here I should be writing 49. Here I had got 20. And the next one is 5 upon 7 is equal to upon 3.5. So same way we have to do 5 upon 7, and here also I will write 5 upon 7 into what is the multiple k that we have to find. Now here 3.5 is given. Now 7 multiplied by what gives me 3.5? That I have to find. 7 multiplied by what gives me 3.5? So if directly we don't understand that, you can just write 7 multiplied by x gives me 3.5, or 7 multiplied by k gives me 3.5. So this x is going to be 3.5 upon 7. 7 ones are 7, 7 5s are 35. So that's 0.5 because 3 is there, no? So that's going to be 0.5. So 7 multiplied by 0.5 gives me 3.5. So I have to multiply numerator also with 0.5. So my k is 0.5 in this case. In place of k, I have 0.5. So that's going to be 7 into 0.5 is 3.5. And here 5 into 5 is 25. So that's 2.5. Alright. So let's just continue with it now. We'll see that once again. So here we multiply 7 by 4 and 5 by 4, numerator and denominator by 4, and we get 20. In this case we have to find in this case we have to find 5 multiplied by what gives us 35. That multiple we have to find and then multiply numerator and denominator here. So 5 multiplied by 7 gives me 35. And in this case I have to find 7 multiplied by what gives me 3.5. So we found 7 multiplied by 0.5 gives us 3.5. And we got the answer. Then that answer has to be written here. Put a box there and complete the fill-ups. Now in the next one also same way we have to do, similar way. Let's start with the first one. 9 upon 14 is equal to 4.5 upon dash. So we have to use the property and solve. They have said they use the property and solve means we have to use the property and only solve. Don't just cross multiply and get this answer, because getting the answer by cross multiplying was easy, right? But here we have to use the property. So 9 upon 14 is equal to, write 9 upon 14 as it is. Now here 4.5 is there. 9 multiplied by what is going to give me 4.5? That I have to find. So 9 5s are 4.5. So that's going to be 0.5. So I have to multiply here also with 0.5. So multiply numerator and denominator. Now 14 into 0.5 is going to be 7. Half of 14 is 7, right? So that's going to be 7. And here we will have 4.5. 9 5s are 45. So here we have to write the answer 7. And you can put a box for that. Then the next one. Nine upon 14 is equal to, here what is there we don't know, so put x or put a question mark there, upon 42. So we have to write it as it is. 9 upon 14 is equal to 9 upon 14 into. Now what is that multiple that we have to find? What is that k that we have to find? Now 14 multiplied by what is going to give me 42? That I have to find. So 14 threes are 42. 14 threes are 42. So I have multiplied the denominator by 3. So I should be multiplying numerator also by 3. 9 threes are 27. 14 threes are 42. So I got this answer to 27. Hope so you are following this, students. Then the last one could be slightly tricky only because there is a fraction. Otherwise it's just same. Generally we don't like to deal with fractions. It's the same way, method is same, only the thing is there is a fraction there. 9 upon 14 3.5. So same way 9 upon 14 is equal to, here also we will write 9 upon 14. And what is that k? We have to find that. So 14 multiplied by what is going to give me 3.5. So in order to get that, I'll have to divide 3.5 by 14 and see. 14 multiplied by what gives me 3.5. So in order to divide this, if we want to get rid of decimal, what we can do is shift decimal one place there, it becomes 35, and given 0 in the denominator, that will become 140. See, I have shifted one decimal here. So here also I should be shifting one decimal, so this becomes 140. Now divide by 7. 7 5s are 35, 7 2s are 12, 7 zeros are 0. And then 5 1s are 5, 5 4s are 20. 1 upon 4 I got. This is in the fractional form. In the decimal form, I have to convert this 1 upon 4 means I have to divide this 1 by 4. How do I do that? Give a decimal point and that becomes 10. So 4 2s are 8, 9 10, 2 remains. 1 divided by 4, how do we do it? So 0, 4 2s are 8, 2 will remain, we take 0, 4 5s are 20. So we got 0.25. So after doing all this, we came to know that 14 multiplied by 0.25 will give us 3.5. 14 multiplied by 0.25 will give us 3.5. Similarly, we have to multiply numerator also by 0.25. Okay. So 0.25 into 9. Nine twos are 18, and the decimal point after 2 places 1 2, 2.25. So 2.25 I'll get here, and in the denominator 3.5. So here I will get 2.25. Okay, all these numbers to be put in the box. So let's just see once again. 14 multiplied by what gives me 42? In this case, I had got 0.5 because here 4.5 was there. So 9 multiplied by, in this case it was 9 multiplied by what gives me 4.5. So I had got 0.5 over here, and in this case 9 multiplied by, here down we have 42. So 9 multiplied by what? 14 multiplied by 3 gives 42. So 9 also is multiplied by 3. And this case also we saw 0.02 something we had got 25, 0.025. 14 multiplied by 0.025 gives me 3.5, or 1 upon 4. 1 upon 4 we had got. So same way do we do it. So here we get 27. Here we get 7. And here we get 2.25. Find the following ratios. Now here we will need some knowledge of geometry also, and the geometrical formulas also related to circumference, related to area of circle. The ratio of radius to circumference of the circle. Now what is meant by radius of the circle? Quickly little revision we will do of what we have done in geometry, because that is very very important. If this is a circle, this is called as the center of the circle. Point joining center and any dot on the circle, any point on the boundary of the circle, center and any point on the boundary of the circle is called as radius. Twice the radius is the diameter, and this boundary, in case of any other figure like let's say square or rectangle, we would say perimeter of rectangle, that is the sum of all sides. But in case of circle, since it does not have any sides, okay, circle does not have any sides, we say circle's perimeter as circumference. Its perimeter is called as circumference, and the formula is given by C is equal to 2 by R. Pi is the Greek alphabet, and this is C is equal to 2 pi R. And area of circle formula would be pi R square. Okay, these are the few formulas that are needed. So let's start. We have to just take the ratio of radius to circumference. So we assume radius to be R and circumference is 2 pi R. So just take the ratio of radius or circumference of a circle, radius to circumference of a circle. So radius upon circumference, radius is R, circumference is 2 pi R. Now this R is going to get cut, so that's 1 upon 2 pi. So that's 1 is to 2 pi. The ratio of circumference of a circle with radius R is to its area. So radius is R upon area is pi R square. So circumference upon area of a circle. Circumference is the ratio of circumference of a circle with radius R. Don't get confused here. So they have given you that there is a circle whose radius is R, and ratio of what we have to find? Ratio of circumference to its area. So the ratio of circumference to its area it is. So circumference is 2 pi R and area is pi R square. Now there are two R's here, one R, one more R here. Pi is going to get cut. Now this R and one R from here will get cut. So that's 2 upon R. So the ratio is 2 is to R. Next, the ratio of diagonal of a square. Now what is meant by a diagonal? This is a square, a segment joining the opposite vertices. This each point is called as a vertex. And if there are more than one, it is called as vertices. Then a segment, line segment joining opposite vertices is called as a diagonal. Now ratio of diagonal of a square to its side. Now this is a side of a square, let's say x. Now there is a formula given to find out the diagonal of a square. What that formula is, very very important to know. Side of a square is given 7 centimeter. The length of side is 7 centimeter. A ratio of diagonal of a square to its side is equal to diagonal of a square upon side. Now diagonal of a square is given by the formula root 2 into side. Remember this formula. Diagonal of a square is given by the formula root 2 into side. Now the side will get cut. What will remain is root 2. That 7 was not needed only. 7 was not needed only. You could just cancel this side in this particular step only. Never mind. So that's root 2 upon 1. So that root 2 is to 1 also we can write. The length of sides of a rectangle are 5 centimeter and 3.5 centimeter. Find the ratio of its perimeter to its area. So they have given you the rectangle and whose sides are 5 centimeter and 3.5 centimeter. Find the ratio of its perimeter to its area. This is what we are asked to find. This ratio we have to find. So for that, obviously we must know what is the perimeter first and we must know what is the area first, right? Now what is the meaning of the word perimeter? Perimeter means sum of the lengths of all the 4 sides of a rectangle. And area means what? Perimeter is one dimensional quantity, area is two dimensional. Area means this particular two dimensional portion or the space that it has occupied here on the flat surface. This is called as the area, which I have shaded just now. This is the area, and area is given by the formula length into breadth. Area of rectangle is given by the formula length into breadth, and perimeter is given by the formula 2 times length plus breadth. Okay, now first find out perimeter, then find out area using the formulas, because length and breadth is already given, and then take its ratio. That's what we have to do. Perimeter of rectangle 2 times length plus breadth. So that's 2 times 5 plus 3.5. So that is 2 into 8.5. That's 17 centimeter. And length into breadth 17.5 centimeter square. Mind the units. Unit of a perimeter, as I told you, it is a one dimensional quantity, perimeter. So it's centimeters. Area is 2 dimensional. So that's centimeter square. And volume would be 3 dimensional. So that's centimeter cube, unit for volume. Now ratio would be 17 upon 17.5. So further that is reduced to 34.35. So that's 34 is to 35. Hope so the video was helpful to you students. If it was, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much once again.